for people that were not here today. So we're starting a new unit, everybody. It's in Scratch. How many of you have programmed in Scratch before? 2 of you, 3 of you. Awesome. Look up here, everybody. Hands off the mice. Stop typing things. Just look up here. It's going to give you a good head start. Scratch is a block-based programming language. It's from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And the way it works is there's blocks. You don't have to remember all the code like, oh, how do I print something? I use the print command. You go find a block that says say hello, and then you drag it over. So we're not typing as much. We're dragging a lot more. And the blocks have little tabs that kind of snap together. And I showed you here on the left, 2 blocks not snap together. And if you get them close to each other, they snap together. That's kind of one way you can tell that they're working. At the core of Scratch are these things called sprites, which are little actors, little characters that do things. Sprites can be objects or animals or people. They're just little icons, basically, of different sizes. A lot of times you start your program with the green flag. So there's a little block I'll show you that says when the green flag is clicked, and then you do all this sort of stuff. That's usually how we start our programs. So Scratch is totally usable by small children, like elementary school kids. It's certainly available, usable and powerful enough and interesting enough for you guys, and then even for people my age. It's a fun program. So let me give you a short tour of Scratch. I've already logged in. I'm going to create a project, and you'll see. I think I'll make it a little bit smaller here. Down here is your list of sprites. I just have one sprite. I'm going to delete the cat sprite, and I'll show you. Click over here to make a sprite, and my favorite sprite is coming right up. The squirrel. What you can do in Scratch, I'll show you this. We go to events, and I'm going to drag over when the green flag is clicked. Right now, I click the green flag, nothing happens. But watch, I could say when the green flag is clicked, I want this sprite to move 10 places. So every time I click, the squirrel moves. There's under control, we have a repeat forever block. It's like while true in Python. If we click that, the squirrel leaves the screen, but it's just jammed into the wall. So back under motion, we have if on edge bounce. So now the squirrel is going to go forever bouncing back and forth. There's also set rotation style left right to keep our squirrel from going upside down. I mean, sometimes you want the sprite to go upside down, but we can have a lot of fun with this stuff. Under backdrops over here, you can immediately say, I want this squirrel to be hanging out in Malibu. And there you go. And go ahead. Now this little dude's bouncing all over. I'm gonna reset it so that when I press the green flag, it's going left, right instead of all over the place. There's things under looks. A fun one is to change the size inside of a loop. So I'm going to change the size by 1 every time the loop happens. And notice how we have the squirrel getting bigger and bigger. Anyway, you can have some, it's a little scary. He's coming to get us. But I put this set size to 100% here so that when we start over, the squirrel starts small again, maybe getting bigger by 1 every time is a little too fast, but anyway, it's going to happen sooner or later. The squirrel's going to get you no matter what. If you want somebody to say something, you go under looks and you can say like, hey, say hello for 1 second. And then the little character says something. I'm just giving you a short overview of some of the main things. In terms of motion, let me start this over. And you can tell a sprite to go somewhere. like you could say, I want them to go right to the middle of the screen, which is at 0, 0. So even if I started it here, if I click go, this go to 0, 0 thing, that's helpful sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna just today. You're just playing around with Scratch, and I want you to practice turning in. At the end of the period, we'll turn in a link. You'll notice I have a share button here, and often people don't have it because you have to confirm your email with Scratch before you can get the share button. Listen, I'd like to ask. Yes. Yeah, and you can make your own sprites. You can draw them. So let's go back to my little slide deck here. I'd like you all to go to Scratch. You're probably still logged in to the last class's account. So go to Scratch and log out. Just that's very important. So you go to you if you're just you can certainly save the current project, but go over here and under the username, just say sign out because you don't want to create your projects inside somebody else's account. And then you have to say join Scratch and you make up a username. I don't care what you use. And then your own password. You have to remember your password. I'm not in charge of Scratch. I can't fix your password for you. I mean, there is a password reset button and all that. But so what I'm asking you to do right now, create an account, use your school email. If you have your own personal account and you want to use that, that's fine too. And then leave Scratch open, go to your school email and look for a confirmation email from Scratch and confirm your email. That will let you turn in the assignments. That's not going to be critical for today, but it will be critical starting next class. And then I want you just to play with everything. And I did put this on here. You can run Scratch in other languages. So I think you're all good on that. But today's assignment is right here. Create an account, confirm your email, play around with Scratch for about 15 or 20 minutes, make something fun and interesting. I've only shown you 1% of the available things. And then at the end, I'd like you to try to turn in a share link on the Google Classroom. I'll post the assignment in just a second. Questions? All right, I'll stop the recording.